What's good, my boy? What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Hey, nothing much, man. Shucks, just happy to finally be sitting down with Kizzy.
We're for sure, for sure.
I feel like we've been struggling to finally get your ass in here.
Where the guy?
It's mostly been me. It's mostly been me. I can't even be on you like that. It's mostly been me.
Yeah. I mean, the first time, it was supposed to happen the first time, and I was just like, bro, I just got off a 13-hour shift. Like, you gonna have me dead up in here.
Nah, no, hey, I feel you though. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring some type of energy for the people.
Exactly. I wanted to, like, give you my best, bro. I'm going to show up the first time, so you gotta bring your best for sure.
Come on, Shucks. I mean, hey, it's still midnight though, but
Oh, yeah,
we out here working.
Exactly.
Let them know. You want to give the people a little intro? Let them know who you is.
Yeah, so what's poppin', everybody? I go by the name of Storm, originally from Detroit. I reside in like South Carolina now, but originally from Detroit. That's always what I rep. And you know, I just make music. I make genuine music, all clean too. So, you know what I'm saying? Share it with the parents, share it with the kids, share it with the neighborhood.
Come on.
We about bars, we about lyricism, we about real stuff over here.
Yeah, let them know. And boy ain't playing with y'all either, man. He definitely will throw a couple underlying junks on you. You know what I'm saying? How you listening for a couple hours trying to break that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, we clean, but we coming for throats over here. It's not peaceful all the time.
Yeah, bro. And see, that's what's dope though too, is that you're able to kind of get a little crazy at where a lot of other rappers kind of, you know, saying like, I wouldn't even. Okay, let me put it like this, right? I feel like some people use curse words to like get their point across. You know what I mean? Like they use certain words because they're like, bet everybody's gonna understand this. Everybody's gonna be able to get it. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. It'll be simple, easy. And then you got people like you on the other hand. You know what I'm saying? Who tend to kind of go around it with using other words and things like that, or shots of multiple sentences just to kind of get that point across. And that's dope. That's dope, bro. I actually give it to you for that. I feel like it takes a little more effort. You know?
It definitely does. You know, I from the wise words of Lupe, shout out Lupe. He told them like all
so you want the kick push god, huh?
Oh yeah, yo, Mural, bro.
I haven't heard nobody say nothing. I feel like people didn't ghost him, my boy Lupe. That's honestly, I feel like you just brought him back in my head. That's crazy.
Yeah, like nah, that man was blackballed by just the industry in general. Like it's sad. It's so sad. But I remember he said one time, I don't remember if it was on a podcast or an interview or whatever, but he was like, his dad told him that all curse words and swear words have power, and whether or not you choose to use that power or not, you know, it's up to you. And I feel like, you know, it has a time and a place, you know, especially in hip hop. For me, I choose not to use it because then some people use that power as a crutch. You know what I mean? Like if you have to go like a whole verse with ending every single, you know, sentence with the N word, like you take away, like take a verse where you know they use it at the end of every sentence, take that word away and just leave the bar itself there. How powerful is it?
And see if it actually
most of the time it's
like
weak.
that.
Most of the time
that word
weak.
holds everything, or pretty much gives everything for that. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, that's some real shit right there. No cap, dropping gems on them already early.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm not using like casual conversation, but at the same time, like people ask me all the time, like, yo, like why don't you put this in your music, even if you like use it in your everyday life? And for me personally, like being an artist, at least for like my own artistic journey, is the idea and the conception of Storm is everything that I want to be. Like it's taking the best parts of myself and to say like, you know, whatever I put out here, this is what I want to show the world. Like this is what I'm about and this is what I glorify. So, you know, other people, they might want to just be 100% raw themselves, how they are in their everyday life. And for me, it's mostly that. But then I want to pull some of those, you know, imperfections or some of those impurities out of it to say, okay, this is what I wish I could be. We're all, you know, imperfect as humans, but you know, in like a better world or in a perfect world, this is
who I would try to be.
Exactly.
And try to let that shine through pretty much every day type shit. I feel that.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. So shucks, I mean, with those type of, you know what I'm saying, outlooks on stuff, you feel me? Who would you say are your biggest inspirations out here in the rap game?
You mean all time, or more so just like current, like who's doing stuff right now? All
time, like who, like more or less what I'm getting at is like who got you started? Like who would you say are like the three people that you were like listening to and you like they kind of pretty much instilled all of these little beliefs that you kind of have in rap?
Got you. Well, I came up on a lot of underground stuff, so I'll give like a two-part answer. The people that like I came up listening to, like as far as underground stuff, and then as I went on, people like, you know, learn about more so just like who has like a career and a legacy in it. So originally Streetlight, And then there's a platform called Team Backpack or World MC that used to host like tons and tons and tons of ciphers and battles and stuff like that in like
That's
the earlier mid
crazy.
like 2010s.
I
Yeah,
feel like I've heard of that, bro, but it's like
you
something like
probably
it's
have.
ringing in my head. Like it's like, I know what that is, but then
Like
again
if
in
I
my head I'm
start
trying to
naming
think. I'm like,
enough, yeah, if I start naming enough artists, I'm sure one or two of them will catch, and you're like, oh, okay, I've heard this person or that person, and it's kind of like it's just a big, like underlying web of like artists, and it's like it's a whole culture. You know what I mean?
come
They've
on.
been acknowledged by some of the, the biggest ones. Like you've seen, Chris Calico on there. You've seen Royce the 5'9" speak on them. Like I'm just trying to name a few of like the bigger names who's acknowledged them, just to kind of give them a
Yeah.
little bit of air props. But yeah, the people I came up watching, like Streetlight, Passionate MC, 6 Seconds, Alyssa Marie. So those are like a lot of underground artists that if you look them up, they probably got like, and they're like in the tens or maybe in the hundreds of thousands of subs on YouTube, but they're
Hmm.
not like up here as far as like popularity wise. So that's why I put like my 2-part answer right there, because a
Yeah.
lot of people are not gonna know who they are. But then outside of that, of course, like I said, I got my Lupe, I got my Royce, of course, a little bit of Jay, a little bit of Nas, and then even just more recent people to where like maybe not so much from that lyricism aspect, but more
Hmm.
so just on the creative side, like with Jaden and XXX Tentacion and like some of the newer dudes. Like you're always gonna see like that fusion.
Jaden be
There.
killing it, bro. And I like how
That
he puts his whole life. I feel like what I've been able to see through Jaden, just because I feel like he lives life so fast, like he goes through these different stages so fast.
yeah,
But I feel like what's dope about him is you get to literally see like every piece of his life pretty much come through the
yeah,
music. So like if he's on that like real strict, like how he was doing the water stuff back in the day, you know what I'm saying? You saw it kind of come
yeah,
back into the music where he was hitting
yeah,
on really hardcore heavy topics. Now he always hits on real heavy stuff, but it's just
exactly,
more or less like he gets playful at some times, but then other times, you know what I'm saying,
exactly.
he gets really in it, and I've always respected that.
Exactly. Yeah, dudes like that I always, just always really, really admire just from like that creative aspect, those like some of those eras that he created during like Sire and Iris and other stuff like that, and be able to like tell stories through characters. It's just like it's nice. It's mad nice.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on. All right. Now listen, not to get super off topic because it's crazy what I'm about to go into, but somehow it just popped back up into my head, all right? Oh, hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, bet. I was like, oh shit. Here
Bro.
we go.
The first thing I did was look at the bottom corner, like, please tell me that ain't my Wi-Fi, bro. Like,
No, literally, I looked at mine too. I'm like, what? But then I was like, wait, hold on. It didn't like cut out fully. It was like still there, just froze. And all my apps were
exactly.
still running. I'm like, hold on, nah, it can't be that.
All right, cool. I had to make sure that the Wi-Fi wasn't messing up on me. I was like, please don't, not today.
We good, my boy. But shit, like I was about to say, yo, it's crazy because I was just literally thinking about this shit randomly. I feel like that was your ass fucking hopping out on me because he was like, oh shit, what are you about to talk about?
Nah.
Tell me you saw the story of the what was like the transgender girl or no, the transgender guy that linked up with the 2 female inmates or whatever in the prison. Like,
Yeah. I saw that.
bro, the craziest thing, bro. What? How is that happening? So they're linking up transgender women with other like regular women. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I can't. It's really bad to say that. I can't say it like that, but I didn't
Yeah.
know that they were housing them together. I thought like, first of all, I thought you had to have like the surgery to be
Yeah.
able to even be like housed in the same. That's so crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand enough of it to even speak on it, especially without getting canceled. So I don't know. I'm over here looking off into the corner. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. I'm just
No, I
hey, well,
respect it because, bro, I was literally sitting there, bro. I was reading through that shit earlier, probably about an hour before we hopped on here, and I was like, yo, what is going on? That whole pop back right ahead. I had to bring it up.
oh yeah, no. I definitely saw it. It's wild. It's just like it's one of those things that you read and you go back and read it 2-3 times. Like, did I read that right?
Yeah.
Especially because like most of my stuff comes through Diamonds Live. Shout out Diamonds Live. So either that bright ass, yellow and black theme when I scrolling at 3 a.m. like bright like fucking
Oh
what's
man.
what I'm looking for?
Man.
Blinding my damn eyes. It be dark in my room. I see that black and yellow feed on there. Like, oh shit, like what the hell happened now? If this man posting at 3 a.m., you know it's some shit.
Oh yep. Drama's happening.
Yeah.
See, hey, always
Oh,
on
yeah.
top of it, bro. I mean,
Yep.
shit, it's a struggle. I be trying not to be, but it's like you got it nowadays, shucks. Bro, it's like
Yeah.
hopping on Facebook again. When's the last time you hopped on Facebook?
It's been so much. I Every so often, if I do a photo shoot, I'll go in there to change my profile picture. But to actually go scroll through it, it's
Bro,
been
it's sickening.
like,
It's
yeah,
it's sickening to
it's
go
bad.
scroll through that.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know, bro.
atrocious,
It's just
man.
like it feels like when you walk out the room and you leave the adults to themselves, like the 35 or 40 and up crowd, and then like when you go back, you walk in a conversation you wasn't supposed to hear, and it's like I'm gonna let y'all
I'm
grown
a
folks have y'all business, and
you
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go back over to Instagram. I'm gonna go play with my friends and my cousins in my room. I'm gonna go back to Instagram. I'm gonna go to Twitter. I'll let y'all have it.
and you got the couple little ones that try to act like the adults and stuff, and are still hanging around in there
Exactly.
with them and around the area
They at
on
the
the
grown folks
Facebook.
table, and they up here talking about what Miss Sheila did and Miss Johnson. Like, no, Miss Sheila business ain't none of my business. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. All the family that's not supposed to link up is linking up on there, man. It's crazy.
Go
Oh, it's
here. Yup.
horrible. But I guess
Exactly.
shit, speaking on family or whatever, like how you feel on, do you think that artists should more or less focus on like at home support, or more like family, friends, people around that they know, or venture out like into the world and try and like put themselves out that way like first? Like, do you feel like people get on in their area like locally
Yeah.
first, or do you think they kind of, or is it like situational?
I mean, it's 100% situational and circumstantial. I think my thing is, a lot of times I wish people, well, not wish people, but I feel like people wish that they would get, that initial local support first. And a lot of times, unfortunately, they don't. And that's why they branch out to online even more. Like, obviously, online is a great tool. You're on social media already. Like, why not go
Mm-hmm.
for it? Cool, cool, cool. But, a lot of times, and just speaking from personal experiences, and then even just like just letting other like either whether listeners or artists too, it's like you have your inner circle, right? You have your friends, you have your family, you have your acquaintances, you have your coworkers, people you go to school with, whatever. And if you have these people that claim that they rock with you, they support you, XYZ, and a lot of times that don't happen. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, I tell this people all the time, like, yo, just leaving a like on a post ain't enough. You know what I mean? Like, just clicking one play isn't enough.
Is it
If
enough
you're like in
facts?
my inner circle, if I can't even rely on my inner circle to do, more than a bare minimum, how can I expect anybody else, random strangers online, to do anything? You know what I mean? Like, if I ask you to, yo, can you go leave a comment on the song? Can you share it to your story, XYZ? People that claim they support you gonna do all of this, and they don't do anything. It's like you have to practically beg from even your inner circle. So that's why a lot of people do gravitate more so towards the online stuff, because like a lot of people, they claim that they're gonna do this or this for you. They believe in you. They support you. They want you to succeed. Well, show me that. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
show me that,
Facts.
and it don't happen. You know what I mean?
Big
It don't
facts,
happen. It's
bro.
hard
Boy,
out here.
that's definitely how it is,
It's,
man. That's
and
definitely
then
how.
when they see you getting some buzz, then they'll roll around like, yeah, my day. I'm like, no, you ain't day shit. Go somewhere. Like, you
Facts,
might
like
know me
you
personally,
might have
but
clicked
when
the
I was actually
like
grinding,
it's like you said, it's always
that's
more
what I'm
than that,
saying.
bro. It's always more than that.
Yeah, like they want to give you your props, once they see you getting some buzz. They're like, like, why didn't you help me get that buzz? You didn't help contribute to this. Leaving a light just because it happened to like pop up on your timeline ain't nothing. If I gotta, text you, 3, 4 times whenever I drop, yo, did you listen to it? Did you listen to it? Can you go leave a comment? Can you go share it? And doing that, but like 20, 30 people down, and you gotta, fight hard for them little 50 views. You gotta fight hard for them, little 20, 30 subscribers on YouTube starting out like that. It's hard climbing up out that.
Big facts, bro. It'd be breaking my heart every time, but like I be getting spammed like posts all the time, like from people who like they'll just follow me, and then all of a sudden they'll send me everything that they post up on Instagram,
Yeah,
and I'll be like, all right, there's no way they're not doing this to other people, but then I'll go on the post and they got
yeah,
like only a couple interactions or so, and I'm like, damn, this is
exactly.
crazy. Like ain't nobody
Exactly. It's
showing
hard
love
out
on this.
here.
It is
That's
wild,
what I'm
bro. With
saying.
like that way the algorithm works. See, okay, so I was thinking about this earlier, right? Like you know how it's like you normally the only thing that pops up on your feed is the stuff that you engage with or whatever, like but you
Yeah,
engage like OD time, right? Like I was having this
exactly.
argument with somebody and they were basically saying that like certain people pop up just because like Instagram wants them to pop up in a way or whatever, or certain things
Yeah,
like that. And I'm like, I can see kind of what they're saying, but I've always looked at it as like, okay, like the reason why academics and like say cheese and all those kind of things pop up so much on my page is because I'm in the comments, like looking through the comments, reading through them,
yeah,
laughing. I might even like one or two, like
yeah,
so like it's not even like I'm just on the post like everybody else. I might see your post, like it real
yeah,
quick, maybe give it a listen. Okay, cool, whatever, slide past. But like all these other
yeah.
ones, I'm spending 5 minutes per post on each one of their
Exactly.
pages,
Yeah,
you know.
one
So
thousand percent.
that's why
Mm-hmm.
that whole popping up, and that's why it's like really deep in the
Exactly.
feed, man. And
Yeah, like a lot of times you'll notice stuff. Like, I'm not sure if you've experienced this, but like for me, there'll be stuff where like I used to interact with heavy, and then I'll see like one random thing pop up, and I'll be like, damn, like I'll notice that it's not coming through my feed no more. Like I ain't seen it in like effing forever. Like my
Forever,
feed
bro.
now is completely different
People
than it
you
was a year ago.
completely forgot you followed. Like you find, like you said, that
Exactly.
whole like different group of people that you were into last year type shit.
Exactly. And it wasn't even just like lightweights. I mean, like this, like the stuff that it is now. Like I remember this person. Okay, cool. I used to like see you post every single day. I was always liking. I was always commenting. Like, what happened? Why did you fall out of my feed? I have no idea what happened.
Facts.
I mean, it switched up on you.
Facts. I'd be wondering too if it's like there's a person that like, cause like you know how like they put everybody into like a box basically. They kind of see what you do and then they kind of like match you, I guess, algorithmically to the same people who are kind of like you. So it's like I wonder if there's like someone new that you followed that kind of like took over and they were getting like, cause it's not just depending on you too. It also depends on if other people that are like you are also interested in that and are liking and commenting on it. So if you're the only one, they're probably not gonna pop that whole up on your feed as much and stuff like that as well.
Exactly.
I got like a friend now. His name is Rob. He just started this little group where he's like letting people. I guess he was like it's like a how do you say? You join up and then he has like a little wheel. And he'll put like 3 to 5 people a day on the wheel, and once you like he'll spin the wheel. Then like if you get on the wheel, he'll send your link or whatever to your post in the group chat, and everybody that's in the chat will like and comment and share it or whatever. Blah blah blah. So it's like a different person every day type shit. And so like that's one of the things that he's trying to start, just to like kind of see if like the algorithm is like a real thing with like immediately as you post getting like 50 to 100 likes and shit like that, seeing if it bumps it up or all that. And like he's only been on it now for like 2 days and his reels have been hitting like 15, 20K, like way more than they were normally. And like I said, I feel like it's mostly because of that, like just having that little system behind you. Go help. Well, Shucks, get up out the board shit, bro. What's going on with you, my guy?
I mean, it's just, it's music is always a, a creative process, and then, you go through life and you go through experiences that, completely influence, how you want to write, what you want to write, what type of stuff you want to use. And eventually, you got stuff that's going, break the mold. You know what I mean? Like, you've heard, a good bit of my songs to where, a lot of, especially my older stuff was like straight bar focus, very conceptual, just straight, lyrical showcase, like, yo, look what I can do, da 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 da. And, and although that, lyrical element is always going to be there, just how I came up in my core sound, you start branching out into different styles of production and different styles, what you want to do with your voice and how you want to write and other things. And even I had someone yesterday, and he mentioned like, yo, I heard Doja, and he was like, the evolution is crazy, like this don't sound at all like what you put out 2 or 3 years ago. Like he was like, you up here soft, you flexing a little bit. I'm like, once you get to a certain point to where you can be comfortable to do anything, you become unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like if you can, merge and morph into whatever you need to do, because like, as humans, we all have like, infinite emotions. You know what I mean? You might be, subject to more of one part or to another versus someone else, then that'll like kind of influence your style. But if you're able to channel in all of those different thoughts and emotions that you have and put them out, creatively, then that's just going to make you like a much better artist. Like you can, I can have songs that are about heartbreak. I can write songs about being in love. I can have songs that make you feel like you're on top of the world and like nobody can stop me type stuff. You can have stuff to where you speak on those self-doubts and failures. Like be able to relate to all of those and put them out, on the front, so people can be like, okay, I can relate to that no matter what you're going through.
Big facts. Come on. I like that shit. So you get on the Doge, bro. Like definitely, I feel like that's like a whole new level for you, mostly because I feel like you're getting better at not necessarily like, I feel like before when I was first listening to your tracks, it was seeming like the songs were more or less like you were trying to get this message across, and it was like not necessarily caring too much about like the song, but more or less like I got to make sure they hear this, and then like people were hearing it, and so I was like, okay. But it seems like now you're getting hella good at like really just making it like a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, like anybody could listen. Like you can listen to it, enjoy the beat, jam to that whole. You know what I'm saying? Or you can also like sit down and really break that bitch down. And it's like, whoa, like are we actually talking about something? Like it's not necessarily like a lot of times. Pretty much 98% of the stuff you listen to nowadays is all focused on pretty much the beat. As long as the beat is good, anybody can rock it. Now you may have the 20 to 30%, or I guess 5% of people that actually know what the lyrics are, you know what I'm saying? Like even songs now, like I'll look at the lyrics and certain shit, I'm like, what? That's what he's saying? Like I'm like, hey, yo, like, Or other ones, I'm
Yeah,
like, that nigga just repeat himself over and over. This, hey, it's hitting though. Why is it hitting? Like, what's going on?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I think you hit it right on the nail on the head where it's just like, you can tell, like, in my earlier stuff, like what my intention is. Like, I'm trying to point, like, yo, this is what this is. And I
mm-hmm.
feel like it's a very clear display on, even where my headspace was during writing those things. Like, some of the older stuff, especially like the more lyrical ones, were like for whether like ciphers or contests or whatever, to where the intention behind the writing was like, yo, look at me, look what I can do. This is my spotlight. This is my time to show you this is what I can do. Right. And in Doja, that's like completely different from what that is, because I have so many like bigger projects and it works very meaningful songs, very like songs like multiple verses, hooks, choruses, guitar solos, like a bunch of crazy stuff, story videos, like
Come on.
short stories. I got a lot of stuff coming, and Doja is completely not that. Like, while this is waiting cooking, that Doja was light work. This is me like, okay, guess what, I've been gone for a year. I'm showing y'all I still got it. It's
I'm
light
still
work.
in
I'm
here. You
laying
know what I'm
back.
saying? Hey, we
You know what I'm
still
saying? Like, when
working.
you heard it, I was laid back. It's laid back sauce, and it was just like, I'm not trying. I ain't got to be in your face with this one. Doja wasn't in your face like, yo, lyrical miracle, spiritual individual, da 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 da. It was more so just like, yo, saucing, chill, vibe, and you still got the bars in it, but it was very just like, I'm nice. I know I'm nice. Here you go.
Yeah,
My
facts.
gift
You know
to
what I'm
you.
saying?
You
Yep,
know what I mean?
exactly. Keep him
Yeah. While the
keep
other
him
stuff is in
fed.
the kitchen, here you go. Yeah,
Facts,
little
facts,
something.
bro.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
Shucks? What's the plans? You waiting for summer?
a little bit. I mean, it's more so just waiting on like my main engineer to, finish up some of my newer stuff, and then just getting, like I said, I'm starting to focus more so on stories with these videos. So I'm having like more so like movie type stuff, and then I have
Come
to
on.
like, get, actors and actresses, in my local area to like kind of be on board, and then set that up with schedules and stuff like that. Getting multiple locations in, and writing out storyboards, and then conveying that to my director and figuring out what we want to do. Like, I'm at the point where I can't afford to just be, for lack of better words, excuse my French, but like shooting blanks. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I
Like,
feel that.
I can't afford to just be dropping stuff without, being at its best potential. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that already separates you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they'll kind of be in that practice stage, I guess you can say, for like
yeah,
3 years, bro. Like, I think it's
exactly.
5 years, 6 years. Like, I've checked out one of the dudes that I'm checking out now. I've been trying to convey to him. Like, I've checked out maybe, I'd say about almost 15 or 20 of his tracks that he's dropped in like just the last year and a half alone. And I'm letting him know,
Yeah,
like, bro, all of these songs sound exactly the same. Like,
exactly.
exactly the same. Like, it sounds like, it doesn't sound like you're in there, like, kind of playing around, like, kind of trying to, like, figure it
Yeah,
out. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're more or less like, okay, I found this one thing. It worked one time. Now let me see if I can just keep repeating it or kind of
yeah,
reworking it rather than, like you said, like getting a little deeper with things. And
exactly.
it's going to be dope, bro, to see. I be telling people all the time, you got to invest in yourself. It's going to be hella dope to
100%.
see what these projects look like, bro, when you actually invest all this time and
Yeah.
energy to, especially the bread. Like, you get the whole
Oh
community
yeah.
wrapped around it, bro. That's like a crazy new audience because bro, even if it's just 5 people per person that comes on, that's going to be new and see it. They're going to be like, yo, look at this
Yeah.
thing this guy got me to work on. It was kind of different. Like,
Exactly.
check this out. See what he's doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That should
Like
be
I said,
really
yeah.
good for you, bro. That should be really good for you.
Yeah, the next project, like I said, it's called More. Shameless self promotion. But yeah, the next track is called
Gotta
More.
do it.
I'm not sure when it's dropping. Like I said, it's still a whole lot of stuff in progress, but it's very like it's 100. And I know people say this all the time. It's gonna be a bunch of cliches, but like it's 100% different than anything I've ever dropped. Like, it's not even close. And
Change.
like I said, it's one of my favorite quotes ever from my favorite rapper. The person I like, when I watched them, I was like, I want to basically like rap exactly like you do everything. It's like I said, same thing street. Like, one of my favorite quotes from him was, eventually you're gonna get tired of rapping about being a rapper. And eventually you're gonna get tired of rapping about how good you are at rapping. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
and that's all facts. And like the most lyrical person like to ever walk the earth in my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, okay, you come up in this, culture, you come up in the scene, especially underground ciphers and all that stuff, where you learn how to rap on, like, okay, you in this arena of like, let me show people how good I am about that. And
And every
eventually, once you
time you
get to a
stepping
point,
in, like, yeah, I gotta
exactly, like,
show my
eventually
sturdy every time.
exactly, like, that's all you like. You got to prove yourself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me show, not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times. Like, let me show you that I'm nice with it. I'm nice with it consistently. And eventually, you get to a point, especially as you get older, you start going through real stuff. It's just like, I don't want to rap about being a rapper no more. Like, I don't give a fuck no more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through real stuff. Let me show you this. I've
What
done
I'm
this
really
enough
going
to
through, what I'm
where
really doing.
Exactly. And some people only know, one side of the spectrum, which is unfortunately. You got some people, some like, battle rappers, for example. No shade to battle rappers. I love battle rap. But like some of y'all, not all y'all, but some of y'all only know how to rap about being a rapper. You know what I mean? And you look at the tracks and every single song is just like bars about bars and bars about my bars. Like, all right, cool. Thanks.
Facts.
What else you got?
Throw a little
you know
more in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's this
Exactly.
seasoning? You forgetting a little pinch of this, pinch of that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nah,
and then
I
you
feel
got other
that.
people who are like they're good at storytelling or emotion, but like their technical rapping ability is kind of lacking. Like, okay, I appreciate you for being emotional and open and honest and vulnerable, and like, okay, I feel your emotion in the song, but your rap skill isn't. Like, it needs some work. Your pen game needs some work. So you have like those two polar sides, and eventually you got the small legion of us in the middle. They're like, okay, we can do it all at once. You know what I mean? That's where we at.
Come on. Hey, real shit though, bro. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy to hear that you've been doing so much work. You know what I'm saying? And you put so much actual thought behind all this. So that's gonna be dope. I'm hype as hell to dive in, bro. I can't wait. So
everything calculated around here.
Gotta send
everything
that shit
calculated.
Over here. Hey, come on. Keep moving right, bro. Keep moving right. Shit. Have you you saw Kendrick about to drop too, huh?
Oh yeah, bro. That's like, bro, I was at work yesterday and I got in the break room before everybody else. Every single person that walked in the break room, Kendrick dropping. What you mean? Nah, Kendrick, bro. He dropping. They was like, for real? They was like, did he say he dropping, or was it something like, no, like this it's on his Instagram,
on
bro.
his
like,
site,
it's on
man,
his Twitter.
everything, bro. Kendrick
Like,
popping out on
he
us.
said he dropping, bro.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's with him. Like, I feel like there's always certain people that are able to kind of get that much love from everybody, but with him, it's always like, for me, it's like it's like, all right, bet, now I gotta sit down and like watch, versus like a lot of other people, it's like, okay, I can be doing anything, pop it in, test it out, see what it's like. But like for Kendrick, honestly, it's mostly because I'm only gonna listen to that whole like once or twice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might listen to that. Now, if it's like crazy good, there might be like 3 or 4 tracks that I pop maybe consistently, probably for about a month or two. But there's not too much Kendrick I'm just listening to every day, all day. But when he drops, it's like a fucking movie. Like, it's like, all right, bet, I gotta sit down and absorb this, see what the talking points are, because usually it's always on some shit that's like low key what's going on, but like it's still a little low key, and then he just kind of like hammers it in for everybody else to finally understand what's going. You know what I mean? And it's just like all of a sudden everybody has those like 3-4 months of just crazy wokeness because of listening
you were
to
conflicted. Misusing
Come on, my boy. Come on.
Gentrification.
Well, my boy be going crazy, but I just can't wait to see, bro. I can't wait to see. I hope you got the homie Baby Keem on there. I hope you got him on there. That's gonna be a bop, bro.
I will be honest though. One thing that got me slightly worried is the title of that album, bro. Mr.
What you
Morale.
mean? Yeah, and the Big Steppers.
I don't know, bro. Like, for him, and again, like, honestly, the expectations always, kill the final result. So I try to remove expectations from it. But if someone's on a hiatus for 5 years, especially someone like Kendrick, knowing him, I was very much expecting to see like a 1 or 2 word title, and you have like no idea what it means. Like something, I was joking with this with my boy yesterday, like blood of the butterfly, or like some weird shit. Like, it's something like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
like kind of leaving more of like the mystique up there type shit. You know what I mean?
Like shadow of the left kidney. Like
I said, and he comes out and you're like, yo, that's the deepest shit ever. Just because Kendrick said, hey, and he ended up making that shit make sense with all the left, bro. It's crazy. Seeing people add up all the shit that he be saying is crazy, but go ahead.
Yeah. So like the thing that got me worried about that title is like what this sounds like. Again, obviously, remove all expectation before you listen. But what this sounds like is like, I know I've been on a hiatus and I'm just vibing. Oh well, here you go. Like laid back, like LA type shit. Like that's what it sounds like. When you give me a title like that, it sounds like it's going to be a little.
This is like the first time we've got this. Yes, exactly. This is like the first time I feel like low key we might get the first Kendrick one that's like a little, not necessarily questionable, but like it hasn't made every other time he's dropped, it's been like, yo, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, this is about to be crazy. Like, what's about to happen? What's about to go down? But right now, the air is definitely like a, this a little weird, or this
And
seems
again,
a
with
little
it being his
different.
last album on TDE too, it might be jam packed with TDE features, which I have no problem with. I love everybody on TDE. Shout out, Absol. Shout out Isaiah Rashad, SZA. Who else am I forgetting? Schoolboy.
I
You
feel
know what I
like it
mean?
might
Like
not
J-Rock.
yeah, low
With it
key,
being his
just
last
because he
TDE,
has to.
it's his last album on
Yeah,
TDE.
but
It
they did just drop that little project though, like with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
well, that was forever.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Wait, you mean Black Panther?
Nah,
something
freaking.
else?
Oh, hold on.
Unless I'm tripping.
I swear, Black Panther. What you mean? What you talking about? Black Panther? You talking about the little the
You know,
fucking
that's a whole TDE album. The whole Black Panther
the
soundtrack is the
soundtrack.
album.
No. That's what I was about to say. You talking
Yeah.
about the soundtrack? No.
Yeah. Okay.
I swear. Am I thinking of TDE or am I thinking of?
Are you talking about Dreamville?
I'm thinking about
Please don't tell me you're talking about
yeah.
Dreamville.
I'm thinking about Dreamville.
Yeah, Dreamville
bro.
dropping
They
left and
just
right.
because they just dropped. That's what just dropped, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay,
yeah, with Gangsta Girls. Yeah.
Okay.
With Drama. Yeah. Shout out.
So
Drama.
yeah, so they're due. He's due to kind of let the boys
I mean,
sing
a bunch of them boys ain't dropped albums in forever. The only person who dropped the album
forever.
The only person who dropped the album recently was Zayd, which was last year with The House Is Burning, and even then that man was on a hiatus for like 4 years prior to that, 4 or 5 years. So shout out Isaiah Rashad too. But yeah, like SZA ain't dropped an album since Control 2017.
That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah. Shout out bro. SZA been on my replay list for like the past like 2-3 days. I don't know, like out of nowhere, I'm just like, damn, I'm up here vibing to some shit.
Nah, SZA be going crazy, bro. No cap, she be hitting every time.
And this is coming from someone that's like, and I know I'm gonna get a bunch of hate for this. I get a bunch of hate for this in person. R&B is my least favorite genre of music in the world, and I know everybody hates me for this.
Yeah, you're wildin'. That's number one. Top tier. What's going on?
Here's the thing, because like, I like if it's unique enough, or if it's like a hybrid with other stuff, then I'll vibe with it. You know what I mean? And I'll name like a couple artists that people try to put in that R&B box, and for me, it's not. So like Frank Ocean, people like, no, Frank Ocean is not R&B. Like Channel Orange, sure, but Blonde, Blonde, one of the greatest albums that ever exist, that's not R&B. Like that's alternative. It's neo soul.
Frank Ocean is a pop artist.
Not shit.
Frank Ocean. I throw Frank Ocean in the same conversation as I would put in there with like niggas like The Weeknd.
The Weeknd is pop. Yes, The Weeknd is literally like Michael Jackson reincarnated.
It's the same sound, bro. It's
really,
just got way, like you said, way
Blonde?
more like synths and just darkness to it. That's all it is, bro.
Have
it's
you
just
heard
a little
Blonde
more
is not
depth
pop at all. There's no pop to Blonde.
But you could look, but it's like his own little version, its own little category. But I would still put him as, I would still be like, if niggas was like, yo, top like 5 pop artists in there, I would throw Kendrick. No. You know what? I'd probably actually say he was R&B before I would say he's pop. But
yeah, 100%.
But he's still low key, I throw him in there. But I would low key still say it's pop.
I give you that.
Like
people like him. Yeah, Weeknd when he's not doing like Michael Jackson impressions, and Daniel Caesar. Shout out to Daniel Caesar. Case Study 01 is one of my favorite albums ever. That is an amazing album. And that's
I'm not really hip on Daniel like that, bro. And I'm not even gonna cap to you. He had that one track. What was it? That was like hella popping. Like the one that was just that everybody knows. It's like come on, like his first like come out breakout track.
I think I know what you're talking about because it probably was on either Freudian, which is like his first major album, but Case Study 01 was more low key. That's the one I'm into. But I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not hip on Dan at all, no cap.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing: he had like a bunch of controversy around it because apparently he said like some like mad weird shit against black people or something. So I just wanted to like let y'all know that whatever that statement is, I'm not fully aware of it. So I'm not saying I support this man or whatever his views. I'm just letting you know that album is a good album.
It's the music, man. It's a different world.
Sometimes you gotta let people know, like, okay, if you say, you're cool with this, but I'm letting y'all know I like this one specific album. Anything outside of it, I'm not even aware enough to like say yeah or no.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at separating the two as well, too, though, low key.
Exactly.
Sometimes musicians just don't know how. The only way they can and know how to express themselves is through the music, is through the writing and shit.
Yep.
So sometimes, like when they get to talking, it just come out weird.
Exactly, that's fact. So yeah, like whatever that's, I don't even like know what it is fully. I only saw like a piece of it, so completely disregarding that part. I'm just letting y'all know I like Case Study 01 as an album.
Hey, it counts.
That shit's fire. Yeah.
Up it. Come on. Well, shucks. So you say you got a couple new videos on the way. You got an album in the works, type shit. You know what I'm saying? What should we be expecting like in the coming months? Like within
And a
like
couple
I'm talking about like before June type deal. You got anything dropping?
before June. I'm really trying to get more. Like that's the main focus. And if I feel like it's gonna end up getting pushed back, then I got a couple other, like single shootout songs that I got in the vault that I can always drop. And they'll always be coming with visuals. Like I said, I've never really been keen on dropping songs without visuals unless I feel like there's no purpose for it, or if it's something that I feel like is so conceptual that you need to just hear it. Because sometimes, unfortunately, the video might take away from whatever you need to be listening to.
Nah,
But
big
yeah,
facts.
so yeah, but not for most of them are gonna have visuals. So like I said, the big one. Like I said, that's the big. Like I said, trying to get actors, actresses. I'm trying to get multiple locations. That's the one with the the guitar solo, like the whole 9 yards. That's my big one. That's
Come
my
on,
magnum
and
opus right there.
bro, but for real, like what's dope is you could be one of those artists, bro, that like actually puts a lot of effort and work into like one or two different things, and like you drop that over the course of like a year, or you know what I'm saying, it takes you a little time. That's totally fine. Like don't ever feel like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta drop because you I want it to be like, this is what I wanted to show at this point. You know what I mean? Like not like I just made this cause, you know what I mean? Hey, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like
I'm in the best place of my life right now as far as like a writing aspect goes. I've written more in the past couple months than I probably have in the past year prior. Yeah, I mean, like since Landed, Landed was literally over a year ago. That was March of last year, and it don't feel like that when I drop. And people are like, "Oh, damn, it's been a year." So I got a bunch of stuff, in like fully written songs in my phone. And I just gotta I got to get back to, recording more consistently and just finding like a more convenient way of just like putting the art together. Because I have multiple, engineers and multiple, people that I work with. And sometimes like the best ones, they might be super, super busy. It might take them weeks or even months to get stuff back to me, even though they're the best at what they do. So that's where that's at right now. Like this one has been, in those works for literally months, and I'm not gonna rush them because they're doing a huge favor to me to even do it. Like they're people who, like basically like came out of retirement type stuff. They don't do it for just anybody. They're not somebody you can just send an email, yo bro, let me mix a track. Like nah, this is for you specifically, and they're the best at what they do. So I give them their patience, and then I have other people on the side who can do me like just a quick mix that I still consider family. That's what I did for Doja, and like I said, any other smaller tracks or like quick stuff that I can get out in a week or two and go shoot a quick video, then I'll put that out if I feel like the big one is going to take longer than anticipated.
Longer. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
But yeah, I definitely got stuff in the vault. Like yeah.
Hey, there we go. That's all that matters, bro. So, like I said,
clips,
just making sure you work it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, always. You know me.
Come on. All right. Bet. So you now another thing to hit on, bro. Mostly just what I'm saying, for a little TikTok clip out here, pretty much. Yeah. Do you think that people, as far as like upcoming artists wise, do you feel that upcoming artists right now need to be working another job as well as trying to put on for their music? You know what I'm saying? Whereas trying to like run their music into the ground, thinking like immediately they're gonna be seeing some type of bread for it, blah blah, right up front. Like you feel like they need some type of support before that, or how does that work out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like obviously there are always going to be those few cases where people do pop off immediately or within that short time frame, and I can't knock anybody who does do that. Like that's amazing, and I feel blessed. I wish I was in your position to be unfortunately I'm not there. But for most people, what I mean, like it's unrealistic. For again, I'm not gonna say impossible because people are always gonna tell you stuff is impossible. Like more rare things have happened, but for most of us out here, your stuff is not gonna pop instantly, and you need to be somewhat realistic with yourself after a certain amount of time. Like if you want to dive into that deep end for a bit and see if it works out, then more power to you. You know what I mean? But if it doesn't, you still need to be realistic enough to be able to still get money to put food on the table, to be able to get those services. A lot of people also are starving their own art because they refuse to make money to get it to a better level.
Yes.
Some people assume that they can immediately be XXXTentacion, go record with horrible sound quality and be like, oh yeah, it's raw, it's rugged. Like you're not X, bro. Like people aren't going to find every single person that records into a blue snowball and posts it on SoundCloud like, oh dang, this dude is raw, this dude is rugged,
talk to him.
Like this, he can mix on GarageBand and still get 1 million plays. Like no, sometimes you need
that
a better
happens,
mic. You need an actual engineer.
Facts.
You cannot go mix something on Audacity and then like your music might not be at that level to do that. You might actually need a cleaner mix for it to be there. You might need actual visuals. You might need to go pay somebody to do official photo shoots. Like free tools are amazing and obviously use them to the best of your abilities. But if you have the bread or you have the means to get bread to, create a better brand image, then do so.
Big
By
facts.
all means, do so.
Come on. Like you said, clips.
Yeah, like I said, like Doja, bro. Like, remember what I told you? Like it was supposed to be just like a little appetizer. Here, you push it back. Doja wasn't even supposed to have a video like that, dog. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even supposed to have an actual camera video. Period. It was something I wanted to do just to post on TikTok because I hate TikTok.
Sheesh.
But and you know, no shade to TikTok. But I don't like I don't scroll through it. I only have the app on my phone if somebody sends me one, so it just loads up quicker. But I don't ever like never once have I ever actually went and said, "Hey, I want to go scroll through TikTok." Not once in my life ever. Period.
Gotta do it, bro. It's addictive.
But yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to stay away from. But like I don't have any content up on there, and obviously just seeing like how big of a tool it is, unfortunately, is not something that you can afford to neglect. So I'm like, okay, I want content on there. Why not go ahead and do a quick little remix? I figured out, okay, what's popping but not corny. I like Doja. I love Snot. I love Rocky. Go ahead and hop on that, and I was just gonna make it a quick little rap, a microphone rapping video, just something quick. And then once your heart gets in it, you start writing. The verse was longer than I thought it was. I was
Switches
like,
up.
damn, this is hard.
It's a whole track.
And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do just a quick little one take music video, and still have like a little one for TikTok, and then just one for YouTube. Just have some on YouTube. And then when we got on set, you're like, you know what? Maybe just to do this. And then once me and my boy Eli, shout out Christian Eli, I like that. That's my brother right there. Like all props to you. Always get that man his flowers. Shout out Christian Eli. He does all my videos, all my photo shoots. That's my day one brother right there. Shout out to him.
Come on.
But once we got on set, our chemistry is crazy. Like literally all of those special effects you saw, and also for everybody who doesn't know, he reacted to Doja, so make sure I go check out that reaction. Yes sir, plug both. But yeah, like all of those is like sound effects and like, well, not sound effects, but like the special effects with
Special
like, the
effects,
sword and the
the
video
little VFX and shit.
and like all the video game references and the theme. None of that was pre-planned. All of that was thought of on the spot once we got on location. That was supposed to be I did a photo shoot on that parking garage prior, and we was like, no, what's the place that we've already used? Don't want to waste any new locations. That would be better for future videos. So let's go in the parking garage. Just it's somewhat cliche, but it's cool enough. Let's go in there, shoot maybe one take, and maybe like a little B-roll, like film the shoes or whatever, a little slow mo, and we're good. We go. That ended up turning into a 3 to 3.5 hour shoot.
Sheesh.
Oh, like I think you saw the clones rapping at each other.
Facts,
you saw, like,
bro. That's why I was saying there. I was like, hey yo, my boy going crazy. But it was like you said, it was so simple, but yeah, you still threw a couple little spices in there. You feel me?
Exactly. That became like a whole production music video, like on the spot. Like all of those ideas were on the spot. None of that stuff was premeditated, except for the very last thing at the end with the Raging Demon. I had to put that in there. That was pre-planned, but nothing else was there. It was supposed to be just like straight rapping at the camera, and that's it. And then this man, again, Eli shoots and directs all my stuff. This man got this to me in less than 48 hours. Like all that was edited in less than 48 hours. I was like, how in the hell? Like, this man was supposed to be going out of town 2 days later, and he rushed to give me this.
See, that's probably why he was probably like, what, let me hold here and get this out, because then if I can't focus on it when I'm gone, then he was gonna feel bad. So that's like you said, bro, just a real just somebody who really about it. That's good, man.
That's
really
what I'm
actually
saying.
working.
I told him like when I wanted to have it up, and he was like, even with him knowing that he had that deadline for me, he still kept offering ideas to do his stuff. So like, yeah, get a real one, because that thing came out crazy. The thing came out crazy.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope, bro. Honestly, it's good. And it's good to hear, too, that you got a lot of good people around you. You know what I'm saying? That's supporting what you got going on, and you supporting them hard. Ooh, excuse me. So, that's a plus. Shit, anything that we ain't hit on that you want to hit on?
Was there like, I feel like there's a couple of topics we talked about earlier that you said we were going to touch on here. Something just like how the game goes. Like, do you have any questions for me about just like how the game goes, or like, creative thoughts, processes,
bro.
Like, as rappers or anything like that?
Oh, I know too, bro. Just about what's going on today, period, bro, with people.
Yeah.
Bro, with people. My God. Why is it that it's like, I don't feel like I charge too much, you know what I'm saying, for the service. A lot of times, like how it goes nowadays is that I pick my price on my time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's more or less considered like, all right, cool, I'll check out your track or I'll do this for you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to charge you this or that. Now, it also depends on if it's something that I'm like just hella crazy into, like the price list, it always switches up. So, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who it is. Shit, I got niggas right here. I'm still charging like $100 for the video. You feel me? So it is what it is. But as far as it goes, man, I still have these people, bro, who I like feel bad for. They'll be like, oh yeah, I got you. I'll pay for it. But then like it doesn't turn out the way they wanted it to, or they don't like it because I didn't say it was just the craziest shit out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's sad, bro. It's mad sad. It's
sad, bro. It's sad, man. So it's just like, as far as you, bro, like how do you at what point in your career do you feel like it's time like for you to start charging for a feature, or like for our upcoming artists to start charging for features? And like, is it like an awkward thing to have like a conversation about that, like to tell somebody like, oh hey bro, like actually, you know what I'm saying, I'm charging for this, that, and the third, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely, awkward for, the first, time or two, especially if you're a young artist, you know what I mean? Like, imagine being a kid, or maybe like a teenager or whatever else, who might, like, a lot of times you deal with people that they don't even have, like, their own, bank account. They don't even have their own PayPal or Cash App. A lot of times they're like, oh, yeah, send it to my dad or send it to my sisters or my brother. Like, you're, a teenager who don't even have a conception of money yet, and you're wondering, like, yo, is my art worth, this or that?
Exactly.
So that's the first part. A lot of times, like, especially being a young artist, 90% of the time, anybody you're dealing with business wise, or anybody who's willing to deal with money, period, is going to be older than you. So imagine just that perspective. People don't even think about that. Imagine being, 16, 17, 15, whatever. You're doing your thing, you're getting a little bit of buzz, and you're dealing with somebody, 25, 30, on the internet who, might want to work with you, and you up here trying to ask and tell an adult, like, yo, like, yeah, I actually charge this is, this, and this. Yeah, I mean, so it's definitely awkward the first few times. But as far as like when you feel like you deserve, like, for me, I'll just tell you like how I do it. Whenever I'm dealing with artists, period. If I'm dealing with an artist and I want to work with them, and I'll ask them like, yo, what do you charge? And they're like, a lot of times they're nice enough to be willing to like, yo, well, what's your budget or what can you work with? I don't ever give a straight answer for that. I'm like, no, I want to know where your head is at. What do you feel like you're worth? Now, if you're tripping, I'm gonna let you know politely, hey fam, you going at calm down. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you, okay, I'm only willing to pay this, this, and this, because that not only, might discourage you from, oh, damn, like, oh, maybe I'm charging too much. You know what I mean? Or you might, or you also might limit your creativity when working. If I ask somebody for a hook or for a feature, you might lower your creativity or your effort level.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he only want to pay 60 for this or 30 for this.
Exactly.
Or,
So a lot of times I'll be like, no, tell me what you're worth. I want to know what you feel like your services are worth. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times people try to lowball. Like even if I'm not willing to pay that, I was still willing to respect you enough to hear you out and hear out, okay, what are you willing to work with? And then work with you based on that. You know what I'm saying? Or even, okay, if I'm not willing to give you X amount of dollars up front, and maybe it's lower, but I can give you like a percentage of the streams on a song, whatever. Like I still try to work with people. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, if you tell people that you charge, like, I know you've probably had this too. Like you tell people, yo, I charge, and people like, oh nah, bro. Like why can't you just give it to me? Why can't I just da 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 da? Like yo, it's a business, dog. Like we can be cool, we can be homies, but it goes like,
and it's like if the fact that we're having this conversation already proves that we not that close. You know what I'm saying? As it is, like, because if we was that close, we would have already been in the studio working on the track. Like, we would have, like, you would have sent me the beat. We would have been talking about how hard it is. I would have told you there's no way I'm letting you put another nigga on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no way. Like, the fact that we're having this conversation already proves that it's like, okay, we're just two people out here working. Let's figure out how we can get it going,
Exactly. Yeah, it's got to be mutually beneficial. A lot of time people like, and this is just life in general, people only think about what's beneficial to them. But like step in my shoes, like there have been multiple times, and again, I showed you a piece of that screenshot, where it's just like, you got to let people know, like, okay, if you're in my shoes, if you're me with mine, and again, I don't ever, and I mean ever try to little bro people, especially when it comes to followers and numbers, because like numbers are just numbers. You're at where you're at in your career, and obviously there's tons of people way bigger than I am, so I don't ever try to use a numbers thing as a measure of your artistry or whatever else. But if you start bringing money into it and you start bringing numbers into it, I will pull out them receipts, dog. If you're in my position and you getting a tenth of the plays that I do, how is that like? And I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm letting you know, if you're in my position, is this mutually beneficial for you? If you're dealing with somebody who only has 10% of like what you do as far as players or followers, would that be beneficial for you to work with them and for free at that?
And for free, exactly, bro.
Would you like?
Because there'll be people all the time. Like I had one guy, he had like, this dude got like 100-something K. Like he sent me like hella people, but I already saw what it could do for me. So I was like, bet, like, hey, bro, like, let me do a video for you, blah, blah, off tops. Like, let's get this going. And he was like, oh, bet, let's do it. I'll post it up. Bro, posted it. So many people hit me. And then I still had like 3 or 4 people in there like, oh, ain't no way. Like, how come you charge him? Like, why are you going to charge me? I'm like, bro, I done got 40 messages off of this dude. Like, I'm about to get maybe one person. If not, I'm the one supplying everything for you at this point. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly. That's why I don't charge a flat rate for verses. When people ask me like how much you charge for verses, like I'm like, it's not that simple. You know what I mean? Like I gotta, first of all, who am I working working with. Let me see, what you're working with. What type of sound do you do? If you want me to be on a song that's completely outside of my genre, that premium might be a little bit higher. If you're making me take it out of my element, you're making me work harder for it. But if there's an artist bigger than I am that I know is automatically going to give me buzz, then just like it makes no sense for me to like go and charge them the same amount unless they're just willing to be like, yo, I'm willing to give you XYZ. Like it's already beneficial to me. So I don't have to push that hard. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already getting what I need out of it.
And see, just like that nigga in that damn screenshot, niggas just don't understand it, bro. Don't understand it, bro. I feel like I go through this every week, and it's the most.
It's sad. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna blast him too hard this time. But like, you know who you is. If you're watching it, you know who you is, fam. Like I said, if someone kids who are making music, okay, if you tell someone that you charge and they're like, nah, bro, let's just do it for fun, let's just like stand your ground. Okay?
Facts, and don't let nobody ever tell you like what your power is for your audience, bro. Like, you don't ever know what it like. This could be the song that go crazy. So if we don't do no type of talking about it now, then what we gonna try to figure it out? What down the line, like how things are gonna get split? What it is? Nah, like, bro.
They're telling you straight up that they don't believe that you're worth whatever you think you're worth. And that alone is like enough to be a vibe killer for me. I don't even want to work with you at that point. Now, if you just tell me, hey, bro, like, I would have respected it more if you just told me, hey, bro, I think you charging too much, or hey, bro, like, I don't really think that is where I could have respected. I might have disagreed and be like, damn, like, I'm not sure what you mean. What you talking about? Like, I could have felt salty for a second.
But still, like, I'm gonna still let you know.
I would have respected it. But for you to tell me that, like, yo, you shouldn't be charging at all. You don't deserve to charge. And then try to, it's not even the part but you try to put your experiences on me to be like, dog, he didn't say you not shit. He was like, dog, right now, we. You saw that screenshot. He said, right, dog, no one will ever
do this. Like,
hire us for a feature. This man said like no one will ever get us for a feature. And he was like, or pay us for a feature. And if they did, it would be like something like $10. I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? I've done gotten above $100 for a feature. Like, what are you talking about? You stay in your lane.
Like, yeah, I mean? Like if that's it, obviously, like this is why we're having this conversation, because this is where you think you at. Facts, bro. And niggas try and do that shit to me all the time, bro. Like I done had people with like 30 followers, bro. 100, like, and it'd be crazy when niggas will hit you from their fan page, and then their main page got like 100 less followers. It's like, bro, 100 more followers. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on, bro? I just, God, dude. People wild, bro, and it's crazy because I really wanted to like go off on niggas tonight, and I remember I was even just saving the energy, and I just had to tell myself that like I low key, I've been like something that I've been working on just as myself, bro. Like trying my hardest to like once I see little things like that even happening. Like it's not gonna be me the one that like makes them learn. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I've been trying to look at it. Like like it could be my words that like if I come hard enough, you know what I'm saying, that like makes them think about what they fucking are saying, like makes them think about what's really going on, make them really like really school them. But it's like, nah, bro, like I can't be everybody's big homie. Like I can't give everybody the game, and I gotta start immediately like feeling that happening, and then just be like, all right, bro, bet, have a good one, man. I'll catch you later. They'd be like, wait, what's going on? I'd be like, nothing, bro. I'm good, man. I'll catch you later. Yeah, and if you don't see it, you don't understand it, then it's just, that's why it ended the way it ended. All right, bro. Enjoy life, like, man. More life. You know what I'm saying?
People gonna find a solution in the same place they found a problem. You know what I mean? Like, very, very rarely is that ever gonna happen. So it's a lot of times it's not even worth it. I mean, now if you do it for your own self gratification, which I do personally, like I'm human. I'm sorry. You get your own self gratification for telling people what they need to know, then that's all cool. But if you're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart to teach them, sorry, bro, that might be lost.
Facts.
90% of the time it's gonna get lost on them.
Facts. Nah, I feel that. I feel that, and that's real. Like you said, especially like that's definitely a spot you gotta really put yourself to think about. Like, is it for me?
Like, what am I doing?
Am I like? Do I have that feeling where I think I gotta, you know what I'm saying, wear my cape every day?
As long as you acknowledge it, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard, you know what I'm saying? Don't, pull yourself out of character for what you normally do. Because like I said, if you, look at that reply, like I still was completely calm, composed, still respectful. I didn't have to get, out of pocket. I didn't have to, attack, bro. But it's just like, if I'm acknowledging the fact that, okay, it felt good to like tell bro what was really what's up, and it was still all justified, it was all facts, you didn't have to go out of character to attack bro, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of times people feel like, it's so taboo to be human. Like it's not a bad thing as long as you're not hurting another individual. If you're not using that to be, malicious against somebody else, then it's okay to do you. It's okay to make yourself feel okay as long as you ain't hurting nobody else in the process. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have those moments to go off. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
It's okay. As long as you acknowledge what it's for, though. Don't be lying to yourself.
And have real reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Real reasoning behind everything.
Don't be having to talk about like, oh yeah, like nah, bro. I was just trying to make sure he understood. Nah, bro, you did that because it felt good to tell somebody off. Just be honest about it.
Exactly. Hey, like you said, talk your shit, but like you said, actually remain a little humble about it in the sense of being able to not really tear them down. You don't gotta tear them down and get your point across.
Exactly.
Hey, come on. Hey, shit, bro. Oh, you watch Moon Knight?
I've only seen the first episode. I'm slacking on like the second.
I was about to say that shit dropping. It's about to come out. I think in like 40 minutes. That shit about to drop.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I watched Batman last night though.
Yeah, my boy my boy just texted me. He was like, "Hey, that shit about to come out because that nigga come over fucking every time and we watch that hoe together. We been watching all the little like just the Loki, the one that came out with Hawkeye and shit. All of them. We were watching all them hoes together and shit. But
it took me forever to finish Hawkeye. I'm not gonna lie. Like I messed with my boy Barton, but it took a minute. It took me some months, bro. What? It took me some months to get through it,
bro. Oh man, we watched that shit as it came out. So. Yeah. Shit, it was.
I mean, to be
nothing.
fair though, I was caught up on Demon Slayer for a second. I got on a Demon Slayer late. Like I hate being like one thing about me. I hate being a bandwagon. So if I don't hop on something as soon as the hype starts, if I come in even a little bit late, I don't want to feel like I'm bandwagon with everybody else.
Fact, so just watching it for no reason type shit, like just because of the what's gonna happen? Yeah. See, I just got on what was it? My Hero Academia. I just finished that that and then Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, the only thing I can say that was like popping that I was watching as it was popping was Squid Game. That's the only one I got sucked into. I was like, okay, and it was worth it because it was smooth.
I pride my fucking self on this shit, bro. I was on Squid Game before anybody was on Squid Game, bro. Like before it was like most popular. Like I was on Squid Game when it was just new. When it was just like new shit dropped in the shit. Like that's when I watched that shit. Like it was literally like me and my boy, the same homie that I'm talking about. Like literally, bro, he could pull up. Like I'll be usually just sitting there editing or whatever. We'll just be smoked out, just watching TV and shit. So that shit was just on, and I was like, I saw it pop up. I was like, oh, let's see what the fuck this is. Squid Game. This is bad weird. Like let's see what's going on. And we just watched it.
To be fair, I didn't watch it until I heard people talking about it, but I did see it. Like, I did see it come up, and I was aware of it. I remember seeing like the little trailer thing on Netflix with the damn the music, and then the bad English overdubs. Even though I still watch it in English, people still grill me for that. I'm sorry. I wanted to watch it in English.
Same, I did too. No, I didn't even know that there was different ones until everyone started talking about it, and I was like, oh shit, I watched the English one. I didn't even know there was two.
Yeah, but I remember seeing it before it popped up, before anybody was talking about it. I saw it there, and I planned to watch it. And then when I just started hearing people say, oh yeah, Squid Game, I was like, oh, that's all right, cool.
Come on.
That's also probably part of the reason why I watched it. Yeah.
You ever see the one where it was like there's like, okay, these guys, like it's pretty much like a thing that I guess it's like almost like a prison or whatever, but it's like there's a table and it goes through all these levels or whatever, and it has all the food on it, and it starts at the top and then it just works its way down, or it starts at level 1 and then goes all the way to like 1,000. But at the beginning of the show, you never know that. So like the guy ends up, it's a movie actually, but the guy ends up on like level 4 and he's like eating good. He's like, oh, this ain't too bad, blah, blah. But then he ends up like every week you get a new floor number and a new partner, new everything. So like the next week they like they put like some gas in that bitch and they come in and like move everybody to your floor. I think the next week or whatever, he was on floor like 180. And so there was like nothing but like scraps and shit left on the to eat, and like he barely was able to eat. And then he finally like started to ask these questions and like see things, and come to find out, bro, there's like 400 to 500 floors type shit. So like there's people who are literally just, the thing is just going up because they know it's empty. Like they're just looking at it like, oh damn. But it's because there's people on like floor 500 that end up on floor 1, so they end up eating everything just to kind of like spite everybody else. And so that'll happen. Like, bro, people are pissing on the food, shitting on the food, just to like, oh, it's about to go up, bet, spitting on it and everything, kicking it over, like all types of shit, because of the fact that there was like nothing left for them. And it's just like one of those things, like one of those movies you just keep watching that has like a crazy ass message, but the whole time you're so stuck, like, this is weird as shit. Like, what is going on? Yeah. But it's actually hella deep. I'm gonna have to find the name of that whole for you.
Yeah, you gotta send that to me.
Bro, it's
I've never heard
hella
of it,
good, bro. Hella good. That's just definitely something you gotta watch.
Yeah, and I definitely got to see that. That sounds fire. I've never heard of it, but nah, it sounds fire.
Gotta peep, bro. Gotta peep. Shit, man. I think that's everything for us tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
No kizzy, no kizzy. But shit, like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all looking out for the homie Storm out here, man. Really killing
Thanks.
the game. Like I said, I'll be telling everybody all the time, you know what I'm saying? The homie's really just out here, okay, to make people
Yeah.
feel like supervillains. So make
That's
sure,
exactly.
make sure y'all fuck with the
That's
homies.
my only message, bro. I swear.
And he actually puts a lot of effort into the videos, man. Like a lot of people, especially a lot of upcoming artists that you'll see now, just not even to shit on nobody, but they just be dropping bullshit, man. They don't really be putting a lot of thought into what the person needs to see or needs to hear or how you should hear it, and like actually cares about how things sound. So just go out there, show the man some love, man. He's really out here working hard, doing it all independent. He ain't out here getting no crazy shouts and loves from not big crazy people. So go show the homie, man. Doing it all. Keep on going,
That's
bro.
facts. Thank you, bro. Like I said, yeah, my name is Storm. Again, Detroit, 313, West Side, always. Love y'all. Here to spread love and super villain energy always.
Hey, follow, where to follow, where to follow?
Oh, yeah. Instagram at storm.wave. By the way, Storm spelled with an X, if that's not obvious. But storm.wave on Instagram. Twitter is XXX, Storm, XXX. And then just regular Storm anywhere else you listen to music. I'm on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, etc., etc., etc.
Better go run them numbers up, okay? And let them know your boy, Joe No Joseph, sent you, all right?